Consistency. It's a word I hear all the time and something that we're all striving to get better at as golfers in order to take our game to the next level. So with that in mind, in today's video, I'm going to share with you one really simple drill that golfers of any level can do to take their game to the next level and become that word consistent. So without further ado, let's get stuck in.
This ain't what you used to, this ain't what you used to. This ain't what you used to. This ain't what you used to, this ain't what you...
So when it comes to consistency, there's two key areas that we need to address here, and the drill is going to help us with really nicely. The first one is club path. So that's the direction that the golf club is travelling, generally speaking, coming back and through into the golf ball. Now, there's no one correct golf path or club path. Obviously, it all depends if you like to see a draw or a fade shot. But the difference between amateur golfers and, let's say, pro golfers or more advanced golfers is their club path will be much closer to that baseline of neutral, give or take a few degrees, either or. If our club path is, say, to from the inside, that can promote a few issues there in terms of low points, so we can bottom out too early, so we can hit the ground quite heavy. Sometimes we can come up and we can hit some tops and thins, and that will tie nicely with people who see or struggle with kind of the blocks and hooks. Someone who is more slice of the world, so typically the club path is too much out to in, we will typically see the low point move too far ahead of the golf ball. So a common shot to see here is a sky shot. If we've got a driver, the low point of the golf club is too ahead of the golf ball, presenting the crown of the golf club. So we can see that sky, and naturally we can see the golf club start to the left, so a pull, sometimes turn into a pull slice from there. So our ability to control club path and it being much closer to somewhat of a neutral will go a long way, not just in the start line of the golf ball, which is what a lot of people kind of relate club path to, but it can affect strike, it can affect face angle, it can affect a whole multitude of things, which again helps to build up the picture of us being a more consistent golfer rather than just that one metric of start line. So club path control is really important here. And the second variable we're looking at here is width. Now, width in the golf swing can be defined in a couple of ways, but what I really want to refer to here is when we swing to the top, as a right-handed golfer looking at the left arm, so the lead arm, and how it maintains its shape to the top, keeping a nice straight arm to control the width. And what you'll see in the trail arm is your ability to keep a much better box. So essentially not going past 90 degree. Someone who loses their width, you'd see this kind of collapse. And quite commonly, you'll see a collapse in the lead arm as well. So a backswing which can look a little bit like this. Now, if I keep that posture or that shape back down to the golf ball, you'll now see how raised with the ground the golf club is. And the reason why width is quite closely linked to that word consistency is it's all based around our ability to control our low point, where the low point of the golf club will be. So if I have a timing element, so a timing element in the sense that I have to be very handsy or armsy in order to re-extend that position of lots of width in order to find the ground again, I'm bringing in an element of timing. And any time there's an element of timing involved in the golf swing, it's going to take a knock on that word consistency. So if we have a day where our, quote, timing is bad, that's where we can see kind of a bit of a struggle in the golf course. So creating a golf swing which is more consistent, to me, is getting a golf swing which doesn't have that variable of timing in it as much. And that word width, that ability to maintain this radius back and through the golf swing links very directly to your ability to find a more consistent low point, which in turn creates a more consistent strike, combined with more efficient or more neutral club path, can only help us become a much more consistent golfer from there. So what we're going to discuss in the next part of this video now is a drill, really simple drill that will help you to understand how to create a more neutral club path, as well as maintain much better radius or much better width in the arms, which in turn is much better width and much better radius in the swing, which will closely correlate to your ability to control low point in the golf swing and in turn strike. So the drill we're looking to understand here is what I refer to as the drag drill. So what we want to do is we want to get set up to our golf ball, our hitting ball, and we want to place a ball pretty much directly behind the golf club in line with my ball to target line. Now, what we want to do on the way back is we want to drag that golf ball straight back towards the camera and then hit through. Now, what this will show you is if you're someone who has a club path to from the inside, so that's our first key variable when it comes to consistency, you're going to find you're going to drag that golf ball quite far on the inside. And if you're someone who struggles with a club path or has a club path without knowing that it's too far on the outside, you want to see that golf ball move too far outwards. So this is a really good drill in order to help you kind of visually see where your club path is on the way back when you drag that ball. And that very notion of dragging that ball, not hitting, but dragging that ball on the way back, is going to allow you to feel that kind of variable of width and consistency, seeing a much straighter lead arm on the backswing, which in turn will create a nice box in the trail arm. And now I've got a move of a nice neutral club path with a nice kind of ability to control width and radius, which in turn will deliver itself into a much more consistent low point and club path control. So I'm going to give that a go. Get set up, make sure my ball is in line with my target. I'm going to slot my golf club in. I'm just looking to drag that ball back to the camera, then hit nicely through from there. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, drop me a comment in the comment section down below or follow me on my socials. For any individual or online coaching, drop me a follow on the SKILLEST app and give me a message on there. But until next time, catch you on the next one.
Do you? I do me, do you? This ain't what you used to. 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 This ain't what you used to.